Welcome to Spiritual House Sessions. I am astrologer and DJ David Palmer, the Leo King, and you are live on spiritualhousemusic.com. This is a weekly show going into the astrology, the tarot, and bridging it all with house music, sending a different message and a different vibration about how we go about our week, making sure that we step into the future, making sure that we tap into the cosmos, the tarot, and really go into a deeper vibe. And this is a very powerful week because as an astrologer, I have to tell you, this is one of those weeks that you want to be prepared, because by the end of this week, on Friday, February 28th, not only do we have a new moon, which is a big deal for all of us on the planet because it really is a new beginning. This new moon is going to trine Jupiter, which is so big. This is one of the best alignments of the year for seeing the big picture, for the optimism really clicking in. This is also going to be the day that Mercury gets out of retrograde, which I think is so important for all of us, really, as a real new seeding, a new beginning for us, also new thought processes. And I think we've been going through quite a lot. Let me tell you, this has been definitely a 2014 where there has been a lot of adjustments, a lot of change, and really we haven't had much of a go forward energy. It's been kind of just moving things around on the table. And this is the last week of moving things around on the table. I think that there's a lot of decisions in our life to pay attention to. We've got a new portal stepping in. This is also going to be Mars going retrograde this weekend coming up on March 1st. And then on March 2nd, we have Saturn going retrograde when we'll be doing this show. So it'll be kind of interesting to see from now until then, February 24th, all the way to March 2nd, which is definitely going to be a week of preparation, but also near the end of this week, also a big launch. I think it's going to be a wonderful week for everybody to get prepared and to purge things. This is also Venus getting ready to come out of Capricorn and come out of its shadow period. So this is the last week of a lot of karmic relationships, a lot of destiny, and a lot that you've been, trying to figure out in yourself, finally coming to a head. I feel like this is the last week, though, where there's still a lot of questions. So don't just trust me. When the questions come up this week, they're all trying to come up to get to answers, and they're all trying to come up to make sure that you really start to channel your higher self. Remember, we are in Pisces. This is energy about channeling your higher self, connecting to the other side, connecting to the cosmos. A lot like these, this is very Pisces realm, the all this mystical energy. And what are you going to do with this mystical energy? Are you going to tap into it correctly? Are you going to follow your gut? Are you going to do your imagination? Or are you just going to be lost in your unconscious realms? And I think it's important for us this week to know what our truth is, to take the last steps in our life to rearrange things and try and become as concrete as possible. I'll be honest, this is still a very confusing time. But I definitely feel as we step into the end of this week that we are going to know more than ever of where to take our lives. And we might not know of the specifics, but we'll know of the energy. We'll know of the imagination. We'll know of the journey inside of ourselves that we're ready to go on. We'll feel like the energy that the universe is pushing us on is clear, because I feel that we're along for the ride. I said in one of my horoscopes this last week that, let God drive so you can be in the back playing. And I think it's important for us to make sure that we're going with that we are playing in the back, that we're not trying to grab the wheel and control every direction, but make more conscious understandings of allowing the universe to push us in the right directions by us kind of setting the trail in our understanding, in our awareness. This is also the use of magic or the law of attraction. This is making sure that we are placing ourselves in the correct energy. The law of attraction doesn't mean you have control of your life. In my opinion, the law of attraction means that you energetically position yourself correctly for the universe to put the sail underneath the wind of your boat. And I think that's the way to look at this week, to make sure your boat's positioned in the right direction and to let the universe push you in the right way. We'll go deeper, of course, in the horoscopes this week, which if you're watching this show, you can find me on YouTube. I'm the Leo King. I do a daily astrology horoscope, which is pretty awesome, going deep into the astrology. And this show's about a different way of looking at the week, where you can start to listen to the music and drift off and follow into wherever that spirit has us channeled today. And that's why we pull the tarot cards. We got a lot of people today actually in the chat room. The show is getting bigger and bigger live. So, I'm stoked. We got a lot of people in here today. And, it's awesome because I think the whole part of house music is about collaboration with people and connecting. doing a mix and putting it out there for people to listen later on who weren't here. It's different when you have 50 people energetically listening to it in the chat room, talking, and all of us together, who's ever watching this broadcast, we're collectively doing this together. And so I think it's important for us to gather more and more live, because energetically there's hundreds of people on the mix, if that makes sense, opposed to just the DJ by themselves in a room making a mix. Like, there's something about a live element, the rawness, the spiritual channel, mixing the astrology, mixing the tarot, mixing a higher vibration into the mix. So when you listen to it this week, you look at the horoscope much differently. You feel it. You drift off into it. And this is the Sun and Neptune today, conjunct in Pisces. If there's one day of all years to be connected to higher vibration, it is today. So this is the part of the show where we are going to pick up some tarot cards and see where this week goes and see how it goes with the astrology. All right. Let's see where the cards go. I've been actually shuffling with everybody in the audience while they were hanging out, but I'm interested to see where this goes. Last week, I don't know how the cards were for everybody, but we had some very intense intense cards. And I think this week we'll see where it goes. Remember, this is also a dark moon that's coming up on Thursday in Aquarius. A dark moon in Aquarius could be bailing out of situations that you shouldn't, or sometimes like needing to break away of toxic situations. Also very unexpected things. So this is going to be one of those weeks where who knows where it goes. Just direct your ship in the right way and allow it to push you in the knowing spiritually of where it's going to direct you. So the first card of the week, I've been told to shuffle this one more time. Twice more. All right, what does it say? Wow, the first card. This is a really good card. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a fair lady hanging out with nature. It's with a bird. It's a pentacle, so this is an earth card. But this is really a good card for manifesting in yourself, knowing your path, feeling comfortable in your path. But more importantly, this is singular. This is a woman by herself. Sure, it's connected with, of course, a pet. So this is a good week for pets, but I'm not going to look at the card this way. I'm going to look at the card as you finding your trail this week and see how it's positive. It's yellow. It's the sun. It's happy. The woman's in the clothes she wants. She's hanging out with nature. The birds are chirping. There's a harmony in your life to find, and this goes along well with Mars in Libra, the last week of it going direct. This also has to deal with, the North Node that's in Libra. There is peace and harmony in your life, but you've got to put yourself there. That's the pentacle aspect. You have got to manifest it. You have got to really sit in it correctly. It might be one thing to be in imagination. The other is to actually physically have it in this reality. And I think that this week is about you getting in the right position, you manifesting your harmony, your balance, your peace, but realizing it's in yourself that must find it, not through somebody else either. Nobody is going to bring you peace and harmony, believe it or not. You are the one that can only bring your peace and harmony in your life. And a pet always helps as well. Wow, second card is the Three of Cups. This is one of the best cards in the deck. Trust me, I'd want to get in on this party. This is definitely overjoy, people coming together, people having a really good energy. And I think this week we kind of get to the bottom of relationships and finally feel in the best spot we can. This definitely is a signal that relationships are going to come together, teams can come together, there is parts to celebrate this week, because I think that there's an understanding of a pre-celebration. This could be a post-celebration of things that are finally been resolved, but I think that the raising of the glasses this week is definitely because, holy cow, I know where I am directing my life, and I am excited as hell for it. I shouldn't have said hell, but you get the drift. Third card is the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, we've got some definitely good energy this week, especially about us manifesting the right road. One thing is the Queen of Pentacles. This woman knows everything. She knows every herb to give. She knows everything to manifest. She's got very much power. She's got the power of the earth. She's got the power of really consciousness on her side. And also, this is very good feminine energy that could be used for something good. And I think in all of us, if we look inside of all of ourselves, we can actually manifest something very beautiful this week. But again, because I'm basing this off the astrology, this is the preparation week of us getting our things together, looking at our surroundings too. This is a very kind of Virgo card to me. I've always looked at the Queen of Pentacles as Virgo or Capricorn, like where, if you want to manifest, plan efficiently. You have a lot of things around you that you can utilize to make things happen. The universe isn't waiting on anything for you this week to receive in order to make it happen. You have got everything in your household, in your bedroom, in your closet, in your spirituality, in your self-worth, available to make whatever you want in your life right now. There's nothing to wait on. There's nothing to wait on. You have got everything to make right now. And this card proves it. I picked the fourth card. This is going to be the fourth overall card of what all three of these cards said. We picked this card, I think, last week. It's like, what is going on here? Seriously. Anyways, this is the Six of Pentacles. And this has to do, I think. This has to do with finally things reaching the levels that we want to. Physically, in our reality. That we finally have a grip on turning the ship the right direction. Things feel even keel. We don't feel like we have too much dead weight. This is a very even balance of helping out the right people, helping yourself the right amount, and feeling like either your bank account, your spiritual account, and all your mental account, there is like your reality becomes balanced and correct. Because I think it's important to have your ship correctly balanced, so when the wind comes up, that it takes you in the right direction. So this shows that overall this week, don't overindulge too much. Put just the amount of right energy, so where everything is as perfect as can be, to really sit in yourself, make sure you're helping out yourself if you're going to help somebody else too. Like, you just can't go help somebody else and not help yourself. There's an even balance of making sure that everything in your life is fair and just, but more importantly, making sure that you're getting everything in return from people, and people are giving you everything back in return as well. The fifth card I picked for the week is the spiritual advice card. So what is the advice to get us through this week? And how are we going to channel this all in the mix? The advice of the week is the Ace of Swords. This is the best card for dealing with new mind and new ideas. It's time to erase all of those dead thoughts. It's time to get rid of all those fears in our head. This is time to get rid of all of the old way of thinking. And this is all about new ideas, a new brain, a new understanding of your life, and erasing the old. I would say that this week, if we look at our woman here, this is us finding ourselves and our peace inside of ourselves. The celebration to celebrate as we finish up old energies with people and we correctly come into the right understanding of where we're directing our life. We realize that we have everything that we need inside, and there's a beautiful place inside that we can bridge that into our reality. And more importantly, we balance everything in our life. We have just the right amount of energy in the right places to set sail correctly. If we set our minds to it with a new understanding of our life, and we don't try and fear or think that we're, this is doubts. This is definitely a doubt can come in the way. And I would hate for you to let your doubts come in the way. Let go of doubts. Also, this could be stupid thoughts. If something happens to you, have a positive attitude. This is definitely a card about positive attitudes are your best friend. So, this is a very exciting week, but I will be honest with you, I definitely think next week's more exciting. And I never really say that kind of stuff because I'm like, as an astrologer, you don't want to say don't enjoy your life. Like, this is not a good week. This is an excellent week. But think of this week as the preparation before you go on a big journey or Disneyland or something like that. And that buildup of the excitement that comes. This is not a week to go launch a website until at least Friday, okay? This is not the week to just go indulge yourself and being like, I'm going to manifest this. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to create this. Like, this is not this is about the background and preparing for the launch. Don't be self-launching your life on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is not the time to launch your life or launch a product or launch your biggest things. It's time to sit back in the background and get ready for this weekend, because we have a huge liftoff which is taking place. And when we do this show next week, we'll go deeper into that, and I can't wait to see what happens. So thank you so much for joining us. SpiritualDanceMusic.com. This is the part where we go live into the mix, where we're going to channel all this energy into the mix. And I'm going to base all of my mixes and the tracks that I picked based off what I saw in the cards here. We got a very positive week, and I think the influence of this week's mix is positivity, just connecting, really stepping into the power of ourselves that we already have and directing that correctly. So if you want to join us right now and you're live, join us at spiritualdancemusic.com, and I'll see you guys in the chat.
check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb.
Are you talking directly into the telephone?
Yes, I am. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Bandage bomb. Check 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 bandage bomb. Rainbow bandit. Rainbow bandit. Rainbow bandit. Rainbow bandit. Rainbow bandit.
Ontario. Ontario.
Rainbow check bandit. Bandit bomb. Bandit bomb. Information. Bandit bomb. No, Buffalo, New York. Check.
Rainbow, duck, bandit, and mom. 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 Rainbow, duck, bandit, and mom.
Are you talking directly into the telephone?
Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Buffalo, New York. Check. Check bandage bomb. 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 Rainbow bandit. Rainbow bandit. Rainbow bandit. Rainbow bandit. Rainbow bandit. Bandage bomb. Bandage bomb.
Rainbow, duck, bandit, and mom. 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 Rainbow, duck, bandit,
Are you talking
and mom. Rainbow, duck, bandit, 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 and mom.
Rainbow bandit. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Check bandage bomb. Rainbow bandit. check, 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 check. Bandit bomb. Check.
Are you talking directly into the telephone?
Check, check,
I don't hear you very well.
check, 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 bandit bomb. Check, 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 bandit bomb.
I turn around, when I look them in. Every time I turn around, 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 when I look them in. Every time I turn around, when I look them in. Every time I turn around, when I look them in. Every time I turn around. Thanks for listening to us, spiritualhousemusic.com. Make sure you check us out on YouTube at The Leo King. We got a couple tracks and then we're out. Join us in the chat, spiritualdancemusic.com.
Shake it.